Hello again and welcome to another episode of the Franchise Everything podcast, where we talk about everything and anything franchising. And today I'm joined by Shane Birt, who is a franchise owner for Sealer Fridge, and you've got Melbourne CBD and Northeast Melbourne. Is that right, Shane?
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming on and getting in here, because we're at the National Franchising Convention. You've come in for the gala dinner tonight. So thanks for joining us.
No worries. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, mate. So you're a Sealer Fridge franchisee. So, and I always should start with this. For those who don't know, what does a Sealer Fridge franchisee do? What's Sealer Fridge?
Yeah, so Sealer Fridge is a business that goes around replacing fridge seals on domestic and commercial units, we basically help out the community and help save a little bit of electricity and whatnot, and make their systems or their units run a little bit more efficiently.
Excellent. How long have you been doing that for? How long have you had your own territory?
So my own territory, I've been doing it for going on 5 years now, almost 6. Yep.
And you didn't start out with that. What did you start out with doing? Yeah. What was your out of school direction to go with?
Yeah. Well, I started off to become a butcher. Mm-hmm. I was working down in Lower Plenty there. And
is that in Melbourne?
That's in Melbourne. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I did that for a few years.
Did you follow it all the way through? What was the plan with that?
No, I sort of.
When you said a few years, I thought, where'd you get to with your apprenticeship and everything?
Yeah, well, I was an army kid growing up, so I got through part way of my apprenticeship, and we had to relocate up to Darwin. Once we got up there, it was a little bit hard to get back into the industry. I sort of decided to have a bit of a career change. It was a little bit easier to get into fruit and veg side of things.
And who did you do that for, like as in retail?
I did it in retail. I worked for a big supermarket. Yep. And then I sort of went on to the smaller, more boutique fruit shops.
It can be hard. I mean, I'm ex-army, but my family was ex-navy, and I remember the moving. It can be a bit of a challenge, can't it?
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
You got to restart each time. So, what did you love about being a fruiterer? Basically, is that the best? That's the description, isn't it? What was it about? Because you stayed in it for a few years, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I was doing fruiting for about 6-7 years. Yeah. It became like an art. So setting up displays and whatnot, you could sort of make this. You had this blank canvas, so you'd start off in the morning, and then you'd think about what you were going to be putting out, and then once you start putting it out, the colours just pop out. And you have a real sense of sort of satisfaction once it's all there.
So, I've never really thought about it like that. I mean, because when you do come into a supermarket in the morning or whatever like that, everything is like, like apples are stacked beautifully. Yep. As the fruit guy there, you're like, God, when people like pull something out from the bottom or what's
Yeah. That can be a bit frustrating. Yeah. Especially when someone's got to touch every single tomato or apple or whatever. But, that's just part of the job. You go along and you're always straightening and sorting through and making sure the best produce is right there in front of people.
So how long you're in Melbourne now, so how long did you stay in Darwin for? What was that plan?
I was only there for about 2 years until another posting came through.
For family, like your family?
Yes, yep. Yeah.
And where was that one to?
So that was to Brisbane.
Okay, that's a bit easier, isn't it? A bit closer to civilization down there.
Yes.
Even though Darwin's great, I've been to Darwin quite a bit, Yeah,
very nice place to visit.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. No, Brisbane's where a lot of my family are situated as well. So it was kind of nice being somewhere with a little bit more job opportunities and people that you knew. Yeah. It was really, really good.
So what did you jump back into there? Stayed in the fruit trade?
Yeah, I did. I went and got a job at a boutique fruit shop down in where was it now?
Stretching the memory.
I am, yeah.
Somewhere in Brisbane. Let's just say somewhere.
Not Craigieburn. That's in
Melbourne.
In Melbourne. Yeah, up near Caboolture. Sorry, Caboolture. Yeah, starts
Same
with
diff.
the C.
Same diff. Yeah. Okay, so you've gone from butchery to fruit retail. How long did you stay in that in Brisbane?
For about four-ish years. While I was up there, and sort of was just sitting at home one day, and all of a sudden I got a phone call from some good friends of mine who I used to do my butchering with, Craig and Michelle.
And when you told me that off camera, and I said, Craig was just on another podcast that we did before, because Craig was the franchisor for Sealer Fridge, Craig Foxwell first, and we've only, I think Kat interviewed him not quite recently, and he was a butcher. When you said you're a butcher, I thought, you're all butchers at Sealer Fridge. So you used to work for him?
Yeah, I did, yeah. So, I did 3 years of my apprenticeship with him. So, yeah, we were very close, good friends, and he was a bit of a mentor. So.
And that's why he called. So what was he calling about? What was the opportunity?
Yeah, well, the opportunity, they wanted me to come down to Melbourne and check out a new franchise they just purchased, and asked me if I would come and run it for them. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what I did.
That was Sealer Fridge, obviously.
Yeah.
So, and what were your first impressions of it? So thinking back, and I'm stretching the memory, what were your first impressions of the business? And
I thought it was great, actually, because I spent a bit of time with Craig, and we were travelling all around Victoria, fixing fridges, and sort of, it's kind of like doing your own thing, really. And seeing a beautiful state, which was just the perks of it, places I'd never seen in my life. And it really resonated.
You seem like quite a mindful person. You're talking about fruit, about how the beautiful state driving around, and they were the things that resonate with you and you remember.
Yeah. I like to see beauty in most things, really.
Yeah.
Make the most of it while you can.
Excellent. It's a great attitude. So, okay, so you're doing that. And how long did you work for them and what territory was it?
That was southwest Victoria.
Yeah, okay.
So, it was
quite travel in that.
Quite a big area.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And what was the training like there? So, obviously Craig and Michelle trained you in fridge seals.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was good. It was very, eye-opening. Realised very quickly that not one fridge was the same. So you had to sort of adapt and overcome.
Is that a good part to the job?
It is.
That it's not the same?
It is. It's a good challenge, particularly when you're starting off. You think you've got it down pat, and then there's a curveball.
Then you get tricked one day.
Yeah. So it always keeps you thinking on your toes. And like even now, after years of experience, I still come across jobs that are just like, oh, how are we going to do this? All right, let's step back and.
But there's a method to it, isn't there? There's a process and an approach.
There is, yeah. So you got to go through all the different methods and make sure you've got all the corners covered, and work your way through it until you figure out that that's how it needs to be done.
And you get the job done. You're out of there.
Yeah.
So how long did you stay as an employee then of that territory? Because obviously you own one now, but how long did that stay for?
So I was there for about 3.5 years running the Geelong Warrnambool area.
Yep.
So quite a while.
So what was the change out of there? So you moved out of there. I know you moved out of there for a little while. So what was the rationale for that?
I sort of, I was very active in my social life as well. I was doing different sorts of things, and I was playing a bit of sport, and my back sort of gave out, and it made things very difficult.
For any work.
For anything. Yeah, it wasn't just Sealer Fridge. It was sitting down was very hard. Lying down was very hard. It was always constantly there. So during that time anyway, I couldn't really do too much. So I went off and started studying bookkeeping and accounting.
So was that a natural, that's not really a natural thing for you, is it, to go and study bookkeeping and accounting?
Not really.
From butchery to fruiterer to Sealer Fridge to...
I like the math side of things as well. There was a little bit of sense. I was quite good when I was in school at math and whatnot, and I thought, I'll have this down pat. I didn't. It was very, very different.
I'll have this down pat. I didn't.
Very different.
Yeah, what was different about it from what you thought it was?
That's a really good question, that one.
I try and come up with good questions.
Yeah, look, you're not just dealing with numbers that are on a piece of paper that have no meaning. You're working with
so you're talking from a business sense.
Yeah. From a business sense, you're working with figures that relates to someone and their business and their income, basically.
See, that comes that mindfulness again, mate. You got that thread and that EQ through you, thinking about that. So that's a really interesting take. I haven't heard anyone describe bookkeeping, that sort of stuff. So those figures come to life for you because there's people attached to it.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah. So every transaction's got a story behind it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, excellent. So how long did you stay doing that? So you were doing that because you were injured, is that right? So because you couldn't really do the other types of work and that manual labour type work?
Yeah. I wanted something that I could really do from home if need be, and that was my best option, really.
Yeah. And how long was that for?
I did that for about 5 years, 6 years. And I was working for an accounting firm over in Werribee, XO Accounting.
Yep.
And it was great. I learned so much working for the team there and helping implement certain softwares and training people up on how to use these softwares. And just basically managing day-to-day dealings for the practice and for other people as well.
So you got your back sorted in this time. So you're able to, how did you get recovery through that?
Well, I ended up getting some surgery. So I had a slip disc in my L5 vertebrae. I engaged some doctors and they said, it's a bit of a 50-50. May work, may not, may make things worse. But I just wanted some sort of normality back in my life.
I bet.
So I thought, well, what have I got to lose, really?
Did you take you long to run through those risks, or was it like pretty, no, I've got to do this?
I'd been pondering it for a very long time. So once the question was there, the decision was pretty much already made. So I was like, I've got to give it a go. There's got to be some sort of relief from what I'm already got. So
yeah, I've had significant back issues for years, and I know when the pain's there, it's just sometimes you just want to go away. It's too difficult to manage, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that's great. So you got that through done. So how long did you stay as an accountant for? So you got that during that time.
Yeah, during that time.
But now you're in two territories for Sealer Fridge. So what happened in between there sometime?
Yeah, well, my boss at XO Accounting, he taught me a lot, and I basically thought, well, anything you can do, I can do better. So I thought I'd go
running
out.
a business, you mean?
Yeah. So I thought I'd go out on my own and give it a good old crack. So ever since then, it's been about 5 years. It's all going well. There's some real sort of benefits to being your own boss.
What are those benefits for you? Like, what do you find? What do you get value out of? Because everyone's take on it is a bit different.
Yeah. Well, for me, I've got a couple of kids that I share some custody with. So it's being able to make the time to spend with them. That's what I live for, is for my children, and to be with them, and to be, when I'm there, to always be there solely with them. And this kind of allows me to do that.
So how does that differ, say, from when you're in the accountancy firm compared to that? So what's that contrast like? So how you've been able to claim that thing, was that not available there, or do you think you've just got more flexibility here?
Yeah, look, it would have been available there, but I definitely do have more flexibility being my own boss. With a little bit of notice, I can shuffle things around and basically make the time that's required. And sort of when you're an employee, you've got to be there Monday to Friday. These are your set times. Yes, you can negotiate sometime, but you can't really do that and set the trend that you become unreliable. Yeah, you become unreliable if you're
if it's a constant ask.
That's right, yeah.
So thinking back to that time when you transitioned to a business owner, what were your thoughts? Were you have concerns? Were you fearful? What were the things that were running in your mind? What if I fail? Or so I'm always interested in mindset of people who go out and leave their steady corporate and move into their own.
Yeah, well, yes, it was a bit of the unknown, that's for sure. It was quite sort of scary to take that leap. It's the unknown. You're about to go out on your own, and the money that's coming in is all up to you.
There's no backstop.
No, no, there's not. But I realised pretty quickly, you get the business that you put in for, basically. So if you're willing to work, do the hard yards, and go out there and introduce yourself, knock on a door, and hey, I'm Shane from Sealer Fridge. I'm the local seal tech. If you'd like your seals to be looked at, give me a call. If you got time now, I'll do it now.
It's because you're not selling, are you? You're just saying, you're offering a service.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think people get so scared of, I don't want to, because I talk to a lot of people at franchise expos.
Yeah.
And I say, what do you want to do? And they're quite unsure, and they say something like, I just don't want to sell. And I think to myself, we all sell all day, every day, in one way or another, ourselves and whatever it is that we're doing. It's not that much of a leap. You just have to be so pushy about it, do you?
No, that's right. Just be friendly. Have faith in what you're selling, basically. You've got a product that everybody needs.
Yep.
And with that sort of mentality, the work will come to you. If you keep putting yourself out there, building a reputation, people will talk, and the work comes in. So
what have you found as the most satisfying part of being a Sealer Fridge franchisee, from an employee to an owner now?
Yeah, the most satisfying part is knowing that we're out there making a difference, really, with the way that units work. They run a lot more efficiently, keeping food a lot cooler, lasting longer. Some of the stuff you see, you look at and you're like, how does that close?
I seem like close like the door.
Yeah.
Because there'd be no seal at all, would there? It wouldn't suction.
Half the time. They, in fast-paced environments, they deteriorate really quickly. And maintenance is key. If you want your equipment to last a lot longer, a good place to start is changing the seals. And that will have many, many benefits on the compressors and working components in the fridge itself.
I suppose many wouldn't realise that it's just what it's costing them not to. I know I've talked to Anya quite a bit about this sort of stuff there, and we've done some stuff on it before, I think, about the power drain, that it's trying to keep things to a temperature, but there's all that cold escaping because of a poor seal.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And how often do you come across in your day-to-day when you're introducing yourself? Do you have is it for the most part that owners are like, yeah, sure, take a look, or they're like,
to be honest, people are thankful that you've just walked in, because they're always looking. It's a big thing with compliance, council compliance and all that. And, if they're having people walk in and saying, all right, we're here to audit your shop or whatever, the first thing they're going to, the first thing they're going to look at is, where's the food being stored and how's that being looked after? So a lot of the time I walk in and people are so thankful that I'm here. Please come in, have a look. I've got this. When can you do it?
Yep.
So, sometimes I can do it on the spot. Other times it's, we'll book in a time and a day that suits best and get it done.
Excellent. Well, Shane, I think we've told your story in Sealer Fridge, mate. You did a roundabout kind of way to get there, didn't you, as far as your career goes and everything, mate? But it sounds like you're really well settled in it, mate. I'm really happy for you. It's all gone well, and the back's all sorted especially. And thanks for joining us, mate.
No problem.
Appreciated.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure, mate. And that's it for another one, the Franchise Everything podcast. Please share, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one soon.